The alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
Let me you the father. Babe, that's me, you're the father.
Is not
You the father.
That makes me feel like I wasted my whole.
No.
Every time I'm going into bullshit like reality TV, thinking, oh, it's for Rock. It's for Rock. Rock gonna go crazy. You think anybody else?
Their connection seems to be at an all-time high, as new evidence suggests that Chan may have fabricated her child's DNA test to establish Blueface's paternity. However, it looks like Chan has been completely exposed, and since Blueface is exposing her for trying to baby trap him and dragging her for dirt, the internet is going crazy over this drama. Their predicament became even stranger if you already found it strange.
Oh, they saying the baby ain't Blueface, and Chrisean like it. Do y'all see the resemblance? That's the baby, and that's the ex-boyfriend. She got his heart.
Alright, so it seems like the tension between Blueface and Chrisean has peaked. I don't think anyone could have predicted these odd outcomes, considering how awful their narrative has been. Our expectations were already quite low because these two had a history of causing trouble on social media, making fun of each other, and even throwing their hands in public. Despite this, they continuously exceeded themselves. Since day one, Blueface has been yelling from the rooftops that he is not the father, but we all kind of disregarded him because we assumed he was just being his messy self in search of attention. This makes the scenario intriguing. However, the situation is particularly terrible because Chrisean was recently exposed for allegedly falsifying her baby's DNA test, and Blueface is again reiterating his claim that he is not the father. Now, where is Maury? Chrisean swiftly refuted any claims of paternity after declaring her pregnancy, stating, "To answer your questions, yes, I and Rock are officially done. It's all business. I administered the injection, but it was clearly not administered prior to her announcing that she was expecting a child, not mine, from someone else. I knew from a DNA test that Rock wasn't a blue-faced kid, even though he had dated 10 other men in the past year. He didn't express any legitimate concerns regarding anything like that, as he vehemently denied being the father and refused to claim the child as his own until Chan's paternity was established by a DNA test. After Chan eventually agreed to a DNA test, which proved that Blueface was the father, we witnessed this occur on the reality TV show.
The alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
Let me you the father. Babe, that's me, you're the father.
Is not
You the father.
Given that Blueface is Chan's father, we thought he would eventually grow up and treat Chrisean with more respect. We all know how awful Blueface is, so this isn't a surprise. His actions only worsened after he reprimanded Chan without even displaying regret. He then texted Chan in a disparaging manner, saying, "I will always cheat. I won't even bother to." Additionally, he attempted to get her to terminate the pregnancy, but when she refused, he lost his mind and started fabricating bizarre drama. On Twitter, he said that he would never pay child support, and that he didn't want the child. His words, "Hide it for real. While I'm carrying the next big thing, you don't want to be cooped up at home with a kid. If we become parents, we will face challenges. Whoever is the judge in my child support case." He continued to maintain that he didn't want a child with Chrisean for months after I told this girl that I didn't want one. He made her ponder about everything and caused her a lot of stress during their pregnancy. "You'd better set the price because she requested that I get rid of it." She was attempting to deceive me, decisions to forgo having the child, and he did not try to hide his lack of interest in doing so. This is when things become really juicy. Chan was in Miami having fun with his other baby mom, Jaden Alexis, popularly known as Stewie, when she gave birth. As soon as her tiny bundle of joy made his dramatic debut into the world, he suddenly changed his mind and began acting incredibly apprehensive, even threatening to take action. His full name is Chan Malone Jr., which is the oddest start to the whole case because Chan gave the child her first and last name instead of Blueface's on the birth certificate. He would have taken the B away from her if Chrisean hadn't done as he said. Many people were interested in this because Blueface's name is Certificate. After all, Chan spent 9 months of her life trying to convince the world in Blueface. She made every effort to persuade him to agree to have a kid with her. He was the baby daddy. Then she goes back and leaves his name off the birth certificate. Perhaps the reason it appears a little odd is because she mentioned that they had split up when she was pregnant. But here is when the mayhem starts. They got back together a week after the kid was born, and their relationship appeared to be going well. Blueface. As evidence of their positive friendship, she is even in Chrisean's most recent music video. She flew to Baltimore to see him and the baby. They spent some time together as father and son after he met the infant. On social media, Gran posted a picture of the two of them along with the message, "Daddy and I." When she chose to list him on the birth certificate, she reached a breaking point. Days earlier, after a heated argument on Twitter about his effort to accuse her of being an inappropriate mother, Blueface posted a picture of the baby's genitalia to prove he had a hernia. The baby still hasn't had the surgery for his hernia, and she is lying about him being healthy and not having a pee because of the hernia in his uterus, he tweeted, slamming Chan's inaction. He continued by saying, "I try to do the right thing, to keep things private, but this chick never stops talking. You're a crack baby. Leave me alone. She is unfit. She has been putting off the operation and missing appointments because she is a poor mother. She frequently talks about me and my SE on this site, and her genitalia are enormous. Go get another writer after our son SE is fixed. To prevent her from focusing on me, please tag her in all of her postings, on her page, and in any other manner you can, so that she can get what she wants." When I went to Baltimore, I assumed there would be surgery, but instead they were discussing how she had missed the appointment, and how this hacker was so upset that she had threatened to stop him, and put him in jail.
You're gonna go to jail, bro. Being a free man right now. Appreciate the time you got right now, because nigga, you're not finna be roaming the world like you thought you was going to be roaming.
She also said that the child's lack of a name was the reason behind Blueface's abnormal behavior. She posted on Twitter, "I'm upset because he's a Chrisean Jr. but not a Jonathan Jr. I named my child after myself, so tell them how you want to take him. He's a manipulator, and I'm trapped with him. Instead of using my child as leverage, Blue, be more considerate of your probation. I don't believe I'm dim-witted or slow. I have documents." Sparked some questions about why she is reluctant to legally identify Blueface as the child's father, Jonathan Porter. At last, she was ready to obtain a things became heated when Chan's ex-boyfriend stepped out and said that Chan had been lying to us all along. Posting side-by-side pictures, he asserted that the child was his own and not Blueface's. She may have falsified the DNA test during her pregnancy, it turns out. "Thank God in advance, because this stuff is getting crazy," he responded, adding pictures of himself and the child to show how similar they looked. "You are not the father, Blueface," he replied. Chan seemed to be endorsing the charges when she discussed on social media how her ex was Blueface's baby daddy. Given that the man who claims the child lives in Biore, and that you and the child's purported father reside in Los Angeles, why would you have a child in Biore? They look alike. She's my baby, despite what Twitter said about me nudifying with something off. When I read about the DNA test, I thought it was a little odd. It looked phony. The test was too much to handle. More like you than I am. He continued by saying, "I have a baby mama and 2 kids until further notice. The best news I got all year, and I'm free. I didn't even think about the paper being folded up," he added, adding that it was odd that the DNA results were already available to the public when Chan provided them to him, and attacked. Since it would be better to keep Blueface out of her life until he got another paternity test and put his name on the birth certificate, if I were Chrisean. At the time, I would have likewise pretended that it wasn't his child. The Maury test never looks like that, even though these folks tremble in the streets and speak a wide range of things in the drama. He's only going to drag that girl through the legal system paper. I'd also play the game. You're not the father. Since you're doing the most and you don't deserve it, this is to protect this baby. He is willing to identify the baby's father with evidence and let everyone know that the joke about Chrisean and Blueface is getting old. How does everyone feel about Chrisean? Do you believe she is merely attempting to protect herself and her child from Blueface disclosing your identity? Or did she truly lie about being a father? If you believe this drama was crazy, you should watch it. See the comment section below.